Hi, my name's Ian. This is my self-eulogy speech. Here goes nothing. Death is a fate that awaits us all at some point in our lives. It's one of the very few things in life that we simply have no control over. It is also one of the most common fears. But death is nothing to be afraid of because it's not the end. It's simply a rebirth, or a new chapter. Ian's time on this earth ended tragically this past weekend in a motor vehicle accident at the young age of 19. I knew Ian my whole life. He was a quiet guy, the type who would rather hang out with a close group of friends than live the party lifestyle. And never much of a ladies' man, but he still managed to pull in the big tuna. He was a regular guy with a good heart and an open mind, just like many people here today. And although he died at such a young age, today should not be a day of mourning, but rather a day celebrating the life that he led and the hearts he touched. At an early age, Ian understood how mean kids could be to each other and how powerful words could be. He always tried his best to treat other people with kindness and respect, even the ones he really didn't like, which we all know can be a challenge at times. Being respectful was always one of the traits that Ian viewed highest. Growing up in a small Lutheran school brought unique challenges and taught him important life lessons along the way. One would think that growing up in a Christian school everyone played nice and got along, but this was not the case at all. Kids were actually very mean to each other, and it was usually for personal gain or a petty laugh. And Ian wasn't always the victim. In fact, he usually wasn't. But a lot of times he was a witness because class sizes were so small it was impossible to go unnoticed. New kids would transfer every year, and they would only last a year and be gone. It was impossible for anyone to be accepted in this school unless you grew up with them. It made me think, is this really the Christian way to act? The Christian way to teach people or treat people? I mean, Ian never had the best church attendance or volunteered for the most acolyte services, but he also wasn't a bully, especially to children trying to adapt to a new environment. The experiences Ian went through during elementary and middle school laid the groundwork for what he truly believed in as an adult. Transitioning from private school to a public school brought many new challenges in his life, but overall made him a better person. The first couple weeks in high school were very lonely and isolated because he didn't know anyone, but being on his own for a while taught him a lot of important lessons. Personal responsibility and self-reliance were the two biggest. It also taught him to be himself and not care what people think, which ended up being the right way to think because he found a bunch of friends that he could call true friends. No one can help you more than you can help yourself, he would always say. Ian was a very, very dedicated person. When he put his mind to doing something, it got done. The only problem was his priorities were a little off sometimes. I'm sure we can all relate. He had the drive, motivation, and confidence to accomplish any goal he set for himself. Accomplishments like making it to the state basketball tournament in 8th grade, but not winning a game there. We still made it though. And being confirmed, which is a difficult task due to the amount of memorization necessary. But along with the dedication, Ian also had a thirst for knowledge, excluding some subjects like English. He would always say knowledge is the key to getting ahead in life, and the best way to achieve it is to sincerely want it. Ian's main goal in life was to be a good person and a role model. Setting good examples is the best way for a brighter future, and I know if Ian could tell us something right now, he'd want us to live our lives to the fullest, strive for our dreams, and always find time to laugh at the people who matter most to us. Ian will truly be missed, but the memory of his life will live on in our hearts forever.